Do that?
Okay, so we keep getting connected off the Wi-Fi, so we're just doing it like this.
Okay, cool. Do you want to start back from the beginning or just start from the Smurfs?
Let's do Smurf, man, because
Okay, number 97 is the Smurfs.
which again I saw a 6 or 7 on.
That's pretty good. Makes sense in the top 100 list of best.
It makes sense, but I thought it would be a little lower. I thought it would be like at least the 50s or something like that.
I thought it'd be high. Yeah, I mean it's a great show, so I mean, I like it. And they made bad live action movies.
But they're making another movie.
I mean, they had the Smurfs Hidden Village or something like that. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's not as bad as the live action ones.
Okay.
Next is Star Trek the anime. Why is that in the top 100?
Why?
Star Trek the animated series at number 96.
I haven't seen this show. I can't comment on it. I don't like Star Trek at all.
I like the movies, and I like the old school show, but that doesn't make sense for the top 100. Who did this list?
Exactly.
Full Metal Alchemist at number 95.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm surprised it's on here.
I'm surprised it's on here.
It is.
It's not like the most popular anime.
It's not the most popular, but story-wise, it's really good. But did this say, hold on? Did this say which version it is, or
What?
which version is it?
It says the 2004 2006.
It's the original series, so it's not Brotherhood or nothing.
Yeah, it's the original series.
The original series, it is so fucking dark. I like it, but Brotherhood, it should have been this one.
Hey, you never know. It could be later down on the list. If that's it, but maybe this is the whole series as a whole. Maybe it is like the original series and Brotherhood together.
I'm down about it. I'm shocked.
He's a big fan of it. I haven't seen all of it. I've seen bits and pieces of Full Metal Alchemist, so that makes sense in the top 100. The Boondocks also makes sense on this. It's a 94.
Yeah,
94. That's
right there. I think it's 5.
I don't think they would be like high up, but they would be like 90 something. So yeah,
so
that makes sense to me.
I love the show. I wish it was continue on. Like,
yeah, I mean it was a good show. I mean,
I got some good laughing out of it. So.
It's not my favorite show, but it's
very racist. So there's a low warning.
93. Darkwing Duck. This makes sense on the top 100 list. This is the Disney show that you gotta watch.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it.
It's Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, Tailspin,
Chippendale, yeah. Don't watch Goop Troop. That show sucks.
No.
I watched it, but it's a bad show. But
if you're gonna watch something with that, just watch the Goofy movie.
Yeah, Goofy movie. That's if you want the 2 Goofy movies. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need. Don't watch.
Those are the good ones, actually.
Yeah.
Also on the list, it's not a Disney Channel afternoon show, but it is a Disney show. Gargoyles. I hope it's in the top 100 list.
It gotta be on there.
Rugrats in 92. Wow, that's low.
Yeah, no, dude. I thought it would be like a freaking.
That should be like
20s
high.
or 30s, something like
That should be like in the top 50, not 92.
It broke so many boundaries.
It was like the first popular show Nickelodeon did before SpongeBob. It was like Rugrats came out and everyone's like, oh shit, Rugrats.
Yeah.
People still talk about Rugrats today.
I'm surprised they still haven't gotten a reboot. Like so many.
I think it's on its way.
If it is, please.
Or imagine if they did the thing with what they've done with Hey Arnold, what they've done with
they should do that. But
Rocko's Modern Life. I think they're eventually going to go back to Rugrats in one way or another.
If they reboot it, please, good animation. That's all I'm asking.
Just bring back some people. You don't have to bring back the original, but people who sound like the originals.
Yeah, like
because I don't think they're going to sound like the originals.
I think one of the voice actors passed away, something like that, right?
Yeah, I forgot. Angelica, I think, was it? Or was it Tommy?
I think it was Kimmy.
Oh yeah, it might have been Kimmy. Yeah, Kimmy.
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
But I mean, you can still bring it back and still be a good show, even if they just did like a throwback, like what they're doing with Rocco.
Yeah, like do something like that. Dude.
Like
I don't mind.
or do I mean, I'm not gonna poison everybody's mind, but All Grown Up is still a fun show, but it's not as good as All Rugrats.
It could have been better, but I like the first season.
The first season's really good. I liked it. And the pilot, that was one of the last episodes of Rugrats.
That was actually good. I liked it.
That was good. I enjoyed it. Rugrats in 92. That's not bad. I would put it higher though. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
Hold on.
Okay, we saw cool spoilers.
Why did it? Okay, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law at number 91.
I would just say
it's not in my top 100.
It's not.
Good show though.
I love the show.
It was crazy the way they went from him being like a family-friendly character to this.
I love the concept of it. It just.
But he's not in my top 100.
No, it's not.
Good show though.
Yeah, good show.
I'm not gonna say it's a bad show.
What is
Afro Samurai in 90? That's voiced by Samuel L. Jackson.
Which
not in my top 100, but definitely a good show.
I just had no comment on it because I've never seen the show. I seen clips.
It was on Adult Swim at one point.
I thought it was on Spike TV.
It was on Spike TV too.
Yeah, I remember that, but I just haven't seen it, like, so I can't comment on that. So.
It's a good show, but it's not my favorite. It's not in the top 100 material. I don't know why. I don't know how it made the top 100. It's not that popular.
Yeah, it's not.
The Clone Wars, that makes sense.
Okay, that makes
that
sense.
would be a little bit lower on my list, not in my like high 100s. I think it'd be like 99, 90, 98.
Yeah.
Because it builds on the Star Wars, and this is what people wish the Clone Wars movie was.
Exactly, dude.
Like seeing them, like Obi-Wan and Anakin being friends, and like
Yeah, we don't see that much in the
you don't see that in the movies, and then Anakin also having a Padawan creates a big ass plot hole in the movie.
No, and it's just like, where did this happen? Like, what the fuck?
And I mean,
So many-
I can understand what they did because it's like it happens right after the Clone Wars movie, I think, and then she leaves before Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah.
and she becomes a Grey Jedi and stuff like that. But it's like, and then they have like the best ongoing story for the Clone Wars is Darth Maul keeps showing up. First he shows up with spider legs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then he gets cybernetic legs, and it's like, okay, that it's cool because that's the villain that you really need for Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's a good show. It's probably the Star Wars you need to watch. It's not for everybody though.
Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, what's
And number 88,
Woody Woodpecker?
Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, I've seen that song so long.
I think he could have been. That could have been in the top 50, maybe.
Yeah, top
Maybe
50.
the top 75.
Something like that, but
I'd have to think about it, but I don't. I think him being in the top 100 makes
it
sense
makes sense. Yeah, Woody Woodpecker, dude. Like,
for the time it came
he's
out.
freaking iconic, dude. Like, how can you put him on here?
I think he's more iconic, and that's what makes him make the list.
Yeah, so.
I mean, he's at what is it? Six Flags.
Yeah.
He has a ride there. Okay, let's go back. Number 87, Frisky Dingo.
Okay, why are this piece of shit shows on here?
There's a lot of like obscure ass shows on here.
I know, like
This is one of them.
This show, I seen the first episode.
I've only seen like one episode of that show.
It doesn't make sense. The story doesn't make sense.
It's not a top 100 show.
No, it's not.
Who made this list?
It's IGN, dude. This show,
I would love to make my own list.
This not be on it. Astro Boy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's like that's an anime that really hit over here before anime became something.
Yeah, it became big.
You know, it hit before freaking Dragon Ball became popular here. And stuff like that. You know, it came out in 1963. That's a long time ago. It's the original series that they have on here. Smart. That's a good Astro Boy you should watch. If you like anime, you go back to the roots and watch some Astro Boy
or Gigantor.
Yeah. Because it's something every anime person at least needs to watch. Not necessarily you have to enjoy
At
it.
least knows who Astro Boy is.
Because a lot of people don't know, and I think it's like it shows the roots of anime in the United States anyway. You know.
That's how it started. Without Astro Boy, we probably wouldn't have gotten good.
Because it's a great series. It's not my favorite, but it's good and it definitely makes the top 100.
Makes sense.
Let's go on to the next one. Foster Song for Matt. Wow.
For 85.
For 85 above Astro Boy, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
A top 100 material for sure. Maybe like in the 90s, but
Yeah.
because that's a fun show.
It is. Like, the way it ended.
And I catch myself quoting it. It's not even my favorite show.
No.
I've quoted like, "Oh, I love chocolate milk,"
Yeah.
and it's like,
The thing is, I love this series. I like the way it ended. Ending is so abruptly. I didn't like that at all.
it wasn't supposed to end that way. I don't think.
No.
I think that's just they.
Well, the thing is, they took like what, a 5-year break. Then they said, okay, last season. So
They said, "Oh yeah, we're coming back for one more season."
this is
I thought you were never coming back.
exactly.
Good show though, really fun, and I always go Coco, and I love chocolate milk, and I quote that show even though I didn't watch it that much.
Okay.
I've seen every episode though.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man low on this list, 84 from 1994 series.
That's a good one to have on there.
Great series, but definitely should be a little bit higher. Maybe not a ton higher, but top 75.
Exactly. This is
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. I mean,
not the same thing, but
I think that's the main reason why people know Spider-Man now.
yeah, because of
This series and then this series is probably the best Spider-Man series they've ever done.
It's kind of wish it went longer, but it got canceled.
I understand why it didn't go on that long though.
After that,
It went on for 4 years. It's just a long time for that. I mean,
Oh yeah.
let's see what's on number 83.
Titans.
Teen Titans. That makes
There you
sense.
go.
That's one of the best superhero shows of all time.
It's a cross between American TV cartoons with anime.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they even a spin-off from just the theme song of the show, the Hi Hi Puffy Yami Yumi.
Yeah, like that.
Just because they did the intro for this song, they got their own show.
Yeah, so, I don't know this. I haven't seen that show in a while, so I can't.
It's an awesome show, but
But the Teen Titans show, still my top favorites.
It's still, people were waiting for that last season where they were supposed to do the Judas contract.
Yeah, there's a rumor like it's coming back, but there's gonna be one condition. But I haven't read it yet.
Apparently, it's gonna be on that new network that they're making for the DC. I think it's called DC Network or something
If
like
they're
that.
doing that, I'll be fine with that, to be honest with you, because
Because it's supposed to be like, it's not gonna be like Young Justice. It's gonna be the same people who created the show, and it's also they're trying to get back the whole cast and stuff like that, like Tara Strong and.
It is possible because they're still doing it in
And everybody wants it to come back for that at least one more season. I think they could do it on that DC network, and it's rumored that it is coming back. We've been asking for it, so I don't know. Hopefully we get it. I mean,
yeah, hopefully, dude, because I want this to come back.
It ended. It didn't actually end for anybody. It leaves it open, just like Young Justice.
We leave it open, then we got that
Cliffhanger and shit.
Yeah, we got that movie, Trouble in Tokyo.
Yeah, Trouble in Tokyo was technically supposed to be a whole season long.
But
did you know that?
It kind of felt like it, but
and it was supposed to be a whole season, and like that season is supposed to be like that season, and then one more season for the Judas contract.
Yeah, it felt rushed.
But that was supposed to be like, oh, Robin and Starfire are gonna fall in love and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And get married, and then something was gonna happen, or we're not gonna actually get married, and
so, I don't know.
It didn't happen in Trouble in Tokyo, obviously. And we didn't get the season 6, season 7 for Judas contract. So.
Hopefully, come back. That's all we're gonna say.
And it definitely makes the top 100 list for me.
Same here.
Fat Albert and yes, this makes sense.
Yeah, this makes sense. I thought it would be a freaking like 75 or something like that.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit higher, but I mean everything that happened to Bill Cosby recently, it's definitely not gonna make the top like 50 list. Because if you don't know about Bill Cosby, just look it up on Google. Yeah, that makes sense. This show is very iconic, especially for colored people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot more people enjoyed like, oh wow, these kids can have. There should be a show about these kids who were minorities at the time that it was made anyway. And it was just it's a good show.
Yeah,
and they even made a Fat Albert movie based on the Fat Albert the Cosby Kids.
Not a good movie, I'm not gonna lie.
It's a good movie, and it's a good show. A lot of people hate that movie, but I like that movie.
I ain't seen the show, so
81 Tailspin.
Tailspin.
Yes, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Me and him referenced it earlier. I think it's not as good as Darkwing Duck. I think Darkwing Duck should be higher than Tailspin, but Tailspin's good. Tailspin's good. Check out Tailspin if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, check it out. Okay, what's number 80?
Number 80?
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. It definitely makes the top 100, and I think it's kind of low. Maybe a little bit higher. Not much higher, but a little bit higher.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And they made this show also got bad movies.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still going on, so that's
yeah, they had a reboot show on Cartoon Network. I think it is very bad show. It looks terrible, but
that's how you can tell the longevity of Alvin and Chipmunks.
Alvin and Chipmunks, they have a comic book too and stuff like that. Alvin and Chipmunks is one of those that had to be on here because it changed animation. C-Lab 2021.
What?
Not this high on my list. It's like at the bottom, it's because that's one of those shows that nobody remembers that it was on Adult Swim.
Dude, I remember some of it. I didn't remember the whole thing.
It's a weird show.
It is, dude.
And I tell people, do you remember C-Lab 2021? They're like, what's that? And I'm like, it came on before Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
And here's the thing. When I watched the show, I didn't understand the jokes. Now,
the jokes are weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Even if you understand the jokes, you're like, why did you set it up that way?
No.
I wouldn't mind a reboot of that too, or like a comeback for that show.
But not
because people still talk about it, but it's not. I don't think it'd be 79 on my list.
It should be 79.
It might not even make my list if there's this. Wow, that's low.
I know.
Number 78.
That should be in the 20s, to be honest, dude.
What?
That should be in at least the 20s.
20 or 30 maybe, but number 78, Dragon Ball Z. Is that the whole series as a whole, or is it just Dragon Ball Z?
I think it's just Dragon Ball.
I think it might be just Dragon Ball as a whole, but either way, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball / the whole series.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not lower, higher because again, it changed anime. It made it a lot more popular.
It gave it a place for the United States in the United States.
Yeah.
Like it took it out of Japan and like, oh, anybody can watch anime.
Yeah, exactly. So it changed the industry forever.
And it's probably one of the biggest animes of all time, like that and One Piece and Naruto. And now My Hero Academia is getting up there.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh.
So, Johnny Quest, yeah.
Johnny Quest, that makes sense.
Number 77, that's one of my favorite shows that was on TV.
You know, I watched it, but I don't remember a lot of it.
It's basically Indiana Jones, but as like this weird family with an Indian kid for some reason.
But I'll say this. I'll give credit for Johnny Quest because it was the inspiration to my favorite show, The Venture Brothers.
That's true, and I mean that's the point. I think it's like that. It's like the iconic part of this show is that you can keep going on and on and on.
So,
Even if you inspire another show, this has a comic book now too.
wow.
DC, I think DC is doing it, or it might have been Boom, I don't know. But they have like this cool, darker comic book out there somewhere. Really cool. Johnny Quest definitely makes the top 100 for me. Voltron, yep, that makes sense, because this is like the thing that I would say is like the ripoff of Power Rangers, but not really, because it came out before Power Rangers.
Yeah, Power Ranger came out before.
But I mean, Super Sentai, they had the Sentai, but this is like, they go hand in hand together.
Yeah.
And this makes sense to try to make the top 100
Yeah.
because Voltron, people still talk about it. It has a show on Netflix now.
Which I haven't watched. I'm not a huge fan of Voltron, to be
I've
honest.
heard some pretty good things about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, Voltron definitely makes the top 100 list. I don't think it's this high for me, but it's an awesome show.
Okay, what's 75?
It's basically a rip-off of Power Rangers, though. Never heard of this.
I never heard of this show.
What is Dr. Cat's professional therapist? Can someone tell me what that is?
Oh,
In the comments below, if you never heard of Dr. Cat's
Yeah,
professional therapist,
please, I just...
tell me, because that sounds stupid as fuck. It looks like it was made by the guy who did Home Movies. You remember that show?
Yeah, oh, dude, I hate that show.
I love that show. That show's
It's
good.
so boring.
It's basically them doing nothing. 74 is Underdog, yep.
It's Underdog. Kind of makes sense.
Have no fear, Underdog is here.
Before we got that crappy ass movie.
We did get that crappy movie. Don't ever talk about that. That didn't happen. What do you talk about? Underdog makes sense. It's one of those things that everybody still remembers.
But-
Like Have No Fear and Underdog is here. And he got a movie.
Yeah. And then I remember him, Kampa Fui. Is that what?
What?
What's that dog? That karate dog?
Oh, I forgot his name. I know what you're talking about though.
I forgot. Is it Kampa Fui or some shit? Like I don't even know.
But that makes sense for
I
top.
remember that show. Like
Mobile Suit Gundam Wing.
wow,
This guy.
Wow.
This guy.
Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing, really?
What do you think about that? Making number 73 on the top 100.
I'm just surprised it's on here because
It's higher than Dragon Ball.
well,
In like a general sense of like a general
higher than Dragon Ball. But-
person's list.
This is the first Gundam series that ever came to the U.S.
Do you think it's the best?
Personally, not really. I like Gundam 00 a lot more, but I do like it.
Do you remember when it was just Mobile Suit Gundam? When they just called it Mobile Suit Gundam on Adult Swim?
That was
Like they never put the wing part on the show.
yeah, they never.
It was just Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yeah, if we got this, then we got like 2 more series. Then we got the original from the 70s. Which,
But do you think it makes sense to be on the top 100 list or no?
I
At least out of all the Gundam series.
say replace that with 00, but I understand what they did because
It's the very
it's one of the
first.
first few anime that got popular in the U.S.
I watched that one.
Yeah,
You know, it wasn't my favorite show, but it's definitely in the top 100 for at least if you have an anime list.
yeah.
It would be in your top 100 animes.
I'm just shocked.
Dexter's Lab.
Okay, that makes sense.
Number 72, that makes sense for your top 100 list. It changed people's minds of what Cartoon Network could do.
But I will say this: I hated the new animation.
Oh, when they changed it?
Yeah, look at that.
I know.
Ugh.
I like the grainy animation that it
love
had.
that. The other twist will continue that.
And I think it's because times changed, it was harder to create that style of animation.
But they could have done a little better, are they?
Yeah, I mean, they could have made it more, but I think it was just...
Look at Johnny Bravo.
I think the teams kind of just switched around and
Yeah, but
things changed.
Look at Johnny Bravo. Like the animation changed, but it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I think they could have done more with, like, the way Dexter and Dee Dee looked. I think the parents look fine.
The mom, not really.
She looks like she's gonna devour your soul, dude.
Exactly.
Just crop that and put it in the videos. Dun, 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 dun.
Let's see if I could do that.
But Dexter's Lab definitely makes sense in my top 100.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh, wow.
it's
Another
Johnny
Cartoon
Bravo.
Network show. Johnny Bravo makes sense for a top 100 at 71.
Which,
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
In the top 70, yeah.
yeah, it's a right place to be honest.
And, I mean, great show. I mean,
Great show, like,
and even when he did a crossover with Scooby-Doo,
yeah, I remember that one. That was
that's a surprise. Because, like, for a long time, they were protective of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
They didn't let certain things cross over with it. And this was, like, the first outside show doing it as a crossover.
yeah. So
Like, somebody that Hanna-Barbera did not make or didn't know.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
I think the probably made a deal with Cartoon Network or some shit like that. But
People will always remember Johnny Bravo as the original boy who, even though girls said no, he did not do shit to them
Yeah.
after they said no.
yeah.
He got his ass kicked. By a monkey, no less.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Pokemon.
70? Wow, that's low.
I know, dude.
Pokemon, the legendary show.
Dude, that should have been at least 20s, to be honest.
It should be in the top 20, 25 maybe. Because that show
Let's be
became a
honest.
phenomenon.
It is. You like, you got the Pokemon game, that trading card game.
Like, that show, I think,
It took over.
it took over everything when it, like, the first 2 series, maybe the first 3 series of that
Yeah,
show.
first 3.
Because Pokemon, the Indigo,
And
Johto, and the Orange Islands is part of that first 2. And then those 3 things together are, like, iconic. And then the movies, and I think as iconic as it gets, I think Pokemon's the most iconic anime.
Yeah, it is.
Because it took over everything. It's not even really Japanese anymore.
No, it's not.
You know? So, I mean, that's low for this list, and would be in my top 20, for sure. Let's go on to 69. Mighty Mouse, wow!
Dude, look at that face.
That's another face that's gonna kill you in your sleep.
Look at that face.
There's a lot of good faces on this list right here.
Okay, Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse is a great show. It's down in my top. Like, it's not this high on my list.
Look, I just can't get over that face.
But that face looks like it's gonna kill you, so I'm gonna scroll past that face.
Hold on. Just show. Can you pick up your laptop and show it to the camera?
I can... I'm here, I got a better idea.
Okay, yeah, dude, please.
I'm gonna take a picture of this first.
Please, dude, because...
So we've seen like a couple of different faces so far. Oh, that's a selfie. Okay, let me see right
Okay,
there.
that's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, just look at this.
Okay, this is Mighty Mouse. Let me see if I could. I don't know if you could see it. I don't think you could see it.
No, you probably can't.
No, you can't. Oh, I'm sad. They probably do the same thing with that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try to put it on screen later.
The only way you can do it is turn off the light, but no, that's not.
Oh yeah, that's true. We could do that. But we'll put it on Instagram.
Yeah, we put it on.
I'm gonna put it on on our Instagram. So
Well, yeah, that face. Ugh.
we'll put it.
What the-
We'll put it on our Instagram.
I can't say nothing about
Number 68, Popeye. That's wow. What do you think about that spot? Popeye, the Sailor Man.
Be honest, I thought it would be like, again, top 20 to be honest.
That's an iconic show.
Yeah, it's very iconic.
I think I'm surprised it hasn't had like a live action movie or a reboot.
Well, I did have one live action movie.
But I mean a new one
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
or a reboot. You know, I haven't seen I haven't heard of a reboot recently. I know they had one, but
I think this still haven't got much love. It's probably why he's not freaking 80.
I think it's not. I think it got forgotten about.
Yeah, so.
But I think it deserves to be in the top 100. Popeye the Sailor Man. Boop.
The only cartoon that made me eat spinach.
And that's why no kids want to watch that show.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's next. Number 67, Pink Panther.
Panther.
That makes sense. That was a good show. This needs to fuck off.
Technical difficulty again.
Not really, but
Okay, there you go. Pink Panther.
Pink Panther and number
I can't
67.
say much about it. I really.
I didn't really watch it too much, but it was
The
on.
movies.
Well,
That's,
what do you think about those movies?
okay, which one are you talking about? The original or the Steve Martin?
The Steve Martin.
Well, I never saw the Steve Martin. I saw the originals.
Oh, what? You never saw the Steve Martin ones?
No, it didn't keep my interest. This looks so stupid.
It is stupid, but I love Steve Martin. Okay, it's a bad movie, and it doesn't have anything to do with actually being the Pink Panther.
You know what? I'll probably watch it if I'm drunk.
You should review it. It'd be great.
Probably will, but
Mark reviews Pink Panther.
all I saw was the original movies, but not the.
But the show is good. It's not like this high on my list. It doesn't beat Dragon Ball. It doesn't beat Pokemon. But it's a good show.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry makes sense.
To be honest, I like it. It's on this list.
That's one of the most iconic shows, I think.
It's still going on today, dude.
It's going on today, and then parents really get mad about how bad that show was. It was racist. It was violent.
I don't see that.
It was sexist at times.
Well,
Go back and watch the original show.
You know, now I think about it.
There's murder.
You know, remember? It was an episode where Tom went to heaven and it's all those little puppies.
Yes.
I remember that now. I was like, okay.
Well, didn't he go to hell because he drowned? He drowned dogs or drowned kittens or something. I forgot what.
No. It was because Jerry, like, if we put this in the contract, like, so I can go to heaven.
Oh yeah. But, I mean, there was another episode where Tom was trying to drown some kittens or puppies or something. I forgot. It's been a while since I watched it.
You know what I also remember? his Tom original owner, it was like a black lady.
Yeah, it was a black lady.
I remember that now.
She was like a southern black lady.
Yeah, so I can see why it's.
And the show had a lot of different racist overtones to it.
But you gotta understand, like, this show came out like what, in the 40s?
I have no clue. Syndicated.
Say, like,
1940.
Yeah, it's like, it came out a long time ago. Time was different back then.
Like, times were different. 1940, that was like World War II?
World War II. Yeah, World War II.
Something like that.
So it makes sense.
So like the times where people were still very much racist. Todd McFarlane's.
Wow.
I don't even think it's that good.
Here's the thing about it, dude.
Todd McFarlane's Spawn is number 65.
I like the show, but it's not 65.
It's a good show. It's not even in my top 100.
To be honest,
It doesn't beat Spider-Man. Doesn't beat Dragon Ball.
Here's the thing. If I want to make this that should be a 100 for me, dude. It shouldn't be this high.
Just barely 100 for you.
Yes, it shouldn't be this high.
It shouldn't beat any of those things that are underneath it.
Exactly. I love the show, but come on, these 65.
It's not that good. Dungeons and Dragons is another one that's not that good. That's a terrible show.
Yeah, it is. I can't say much of it because
I like the game. I like the game Dungeons and Dragons, but that's a terrible show. Who put this on their list? That's all I'm gonna say. And number 64, Dungeons and Dragons, should not even be on the top 100 list.
Huckleberry Hound.
This makes sense.
That makes sense.
Huckleberry Hound at number 63.
How do you feel like Dungeons and Dragons was higher than Huckleberry Hound?
I think someone was high when they made this list. Like, oh, Spawn. Do you remember Spawn, dude?
Okay.
Do you remember Spawn?
Let's do it.
I'm putting him at number 65.
Make no sense. Well, Huckleberry Hound, yeah.
Huckleberry Hound. This guy, it's like whoever did this list was smart and dumb at the same exact time.
Exactly. So
Huckleberry Hound's an awesome show. It's not better than a lot of the ones that come before it, but good show.
okay, so
I'm gonna make sure I don't skip down a bunch. Danger Mouse 62.
I've never seen that show.
It's not to be confused with Mighty Mouse.
Oh no, that mouse look high.
I don't think I've seen the show. It doesn't ring any bells.
Oh, I've never seen it, so I can't comment on that.
I mean, maybe because it says it was British produced, so it's a Britain show.
That's probably why we haven't heard of it, but.
And someone needs to tell me about it. Tell us in the comments.
Secondly, why is this mouse look high as fuck?
That's true. And why does he have a bomb? He's looking at a bomb. But Danger Mouse at number 62, not for me. No, it wouldn't even be in my top 100. Count Duckula?
What?
I forgot that was a show. It's basically, I think it's basically a Daffy Duck. I think, or not Daffy Duck.
What, number 60?
Donald Duck at 61. No.
What's 61?
Who was high as balls and put Count Duckula on this list? That's so. It was from Nickelodeon.
Here's the thing.
So it wasn't Disney.
Wow.
It looks like it's a Disney.
Exactly. But dude,
it's a spin-off of the British cartoon Danger Mouse. I don't think I've seen it then. No. I thought I would have saw it. It looks familiar to me.
I remember seeing a commercial of it.
I've never seen Danger Mouse, but I think I've seen this. I don't know. Why is this so high? Somebody needs to tell me if that's good or not. Chippendale.
There we go.
Number 60, Chippendale.
Rescue Rangers.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers is probably one of the best things. It was a spin-off of the movie.
Yeah, so.
What do you think about it being at number 60?
To be honest, I think it's in the right place.
It's in the right place, but I also think that Darkwing Duck should be higher than it.
It should have.
Tailspin should be underneath it.
I'll tell you this. I'm glad out of the 3 shows we talk about, they're on here.
I think all of them are on here. Except for Goof Troop, but if that's on here, this person's high as balls. But I think DuckTales is high. I think DuckTales is pretty high.
Exactly,
or it's at least like in the top 50s. Unless it's next. Spider-Man has Amazing Friends. That's not even.
Oh, that's not a good series. I'm not gonna lie. That's not a good series.
What are you smoking? IGN.
What?
Spider-Man has Amazing Friends.
It's not Spider-Man on there.
Is that Jean Grey? No, it's Firestar. Okay.
Oh. I just like to say Spider-Man has Amazing Friends. It's not Spider-Man.
It's not a good show anyway. It's not. And why would it be higher than the original Spider-Man show?
That makes no sense.
Let's see what else. Oops. I passed it. Oh, Vader's him. Okay, number 58, He-Man and Master Universe. That should be higher.
That should be higher because
He-Man and Master Universe is iconic and it's a toy line and it's
exactly like
it sold more toys than most toy shows.
I said He-Man and G.I. Joe, they were like top tier.
Top tier, and then Transformers as well. So in that top, it's like those are top 3 tiers right there. And then Barbie. It's like He-Man. He-Man makes sense in the top 100. Yeah, 58 is a good spot, but I think it should be higher.
Yeah. So
Anything else about He-Man?
Nothing really, but I like a reboot they did a long time ago.
I think we need a live action movie made by James Gunn.
That would be surprising to see.
I think he would do it. I think he'd kill it. And then the next one we know is Invader Zim. That makes sense to be in the top 100. One of the best underrated shows Nickelodeon ever did, and they didn't even support it enough.
Here's the thing: they announced a movie or some shit, right?
They have a new movie. Yeah, I don't think it's out yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen nothing of it. Just from the announcement.
Yeah, just the announcement. Invader Zim is like one of those shows that it came out, it became a phenomenon, and then Nickelodeon said "fuck you" and canceled it.
Exactly. So it just
There's not a lot of episodes for that.
yeah. So it's a good show.
It makes sense to be in a top 100 list, and it's probably one of the best shows Nickelodeon ever did, and most iconic shows Nickelodeon ever did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Minus SpongeBob. SpongeBob's probably fucking high as fuck on this list.
If it's not on here, I'll be surprised as fuck.
I like that and Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Venture Brothers 56. That Mark dropped a song.
Shut up. Okay, yeah, Venture Brothers.
This is an amazing show. I don't think it's higher than a lot of the other shows on this list, but it's.
I'm just surprised it's higher.
I'm surprised it's on the list at all.
I'm just surprised it's higher than Johnny Quest.
It should be under Johnny Quest, in my opinion.
Oh,
Great show though.
It's a good show. I love this show a lot.
Like it's one of the best shows that Cartoon Network / Adult Swim put out.
Ever did, yeah.
And you should check it out if you've never seen it. I haven't seen every single episode, but I've seen a lot of it.
Yes.
It's on Netflix, I think. Still, I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's where I watched it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's low.
Exactly.
55 on this list for the original. This is the original Ninja Turtles.
Sorry, dude, this would be like top 10.
Top 10, top 15,
Yeah,
maybe.
something like that.
Because like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
going on, dude.
Teenage Mutant Ninja. That show has comics, has movies, live action movies,
It's going on.
animated series, toys, games. I mean,
So much. So I'm surprised at 55.
and this is something that beats a lot of other shows.
Yeah.
Even if there's not much that should beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, pretty much.
And yeah, you're fucking up. That 55, no.
Okay.
Inspector Gadget at 50. What? Good show, but not in top 100 material. Good
Why?
show.
Why?
Why is it in 54 and why is it right above Ninja Turtles?
Exactly. Why? This
Who-
show makes no sense.
Who made this list? Because I would put the live action movies higher than
Yes, exactly.
than the show. And the show's pretty fun to watch.
It's.
I like the movies too, even though they're not that good.
Whoever made this list, I need to slap them on my dick.
I hope he says yes. Okay, that's a terrible decision. Freakazoid at
Freakazoid,
53.
yes.
Not at 53, it would be that high.
I'm just happy it's on the list.
It's on the list because that is a great show, a very underrated show from Warner Brothers.
Yeah, there was Freakazoid, Peeking in the Brain, and the Animaniacs.
Yes, I think those are on this list.
Let's try it. If not, I'll just.
Imagine if Jackie Chan Adventures is on this list.
Holy shit! I'll praise them for that.
That'd be awesome. Never heard of this show.
Galaxy
High at number 52.
I don't even know what that
Yeah,
show is
52. Somebody tell me, looks like it's a rip off of freaking Magic School Bus, but I don't know, it looks weird.
Well,
It's from CBS. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Yeah, because I didn't grow up with cable.
He did not grow up with cable. I'm surprised he's seen so many shows.
Well, here's the thing, like, my mom, she didn't have cable. When I went to my grandmother's, she had cable, so that's how I watched all
I'm
those.
surprised he didn't just live with the grandmas just for cable. But Galaxy High, what the fuck? What are you smoking that it's higher than Dragon Ball and Pokemon?
I don't even know.
This guy does not know how to make a list.
It's a Kato show, I know that for sure.
Y'all don't know how to make a list because it should not be this high.
Okay.
Galaxy High.
Definitely.
Death Note at 51. That's high for that.
That's high.
I don't think it beats a lot of those shows.
Oh. I'm just surprised it's on the list.
That too. This gives me time to get your opinion on the live action movie that came out on Netflix.
Okay. Live action movie. The one in Japan, brilliant. The one in America, they're a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's why I said the Netflix one.
Yeah, it's... Well, I love... The story is well done. It's so dark. It make you suspense. It felt like a CSI.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. But I'm surprised it's on 51.
I'm surprised it's on 51.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's on the list.
It's a very iconic anime. You see people who buy like the Death Note books, like in Hot Topic or Walmart when they had them at Walmart. And I think it really... I don't know what they could do with Death Note in the future.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna stop it right here because just in case this cut us off.
Oh yeah, we'll do.
So the next one we just go to.
And it's cool because we're at 51.
Yeah, so perfect for us.
Okay, cool.
So next episode we're gonna finish off this list.
Yeah, cool. Bludcast number episode 5, right?
5, pretty much.
We'll see you in the next one, man.
Alright, see ya.